Thank you so much for listening to the Shawn1113 podcast show, recorded March 12th, 2026. Thank you so much for listening. If you love this content, appreciate you to share this video, hit a 5-star rating, and comment below at Shawn47k at gmail.com, Shawn47k at gmail.com, for any commentary, or on Spotify for Creators.com. With that, let's go. Actually, first and foremost, before we get to the Max Crosby trade and that mess, let's get to the Bam Adebayo 83-point insanity. That was insane when I saw the highlights of that. And well, I mean, the Wizards made it easy. I mean, that's why they're one of the worst teams in the NBA, not the worst team in the NBA. It just was performance that we probably will not see for quite some time, or even close to that for quite some time. Kobe, I think if I put a comparison of Kobe Bryant, it's not even close. Again, world champion when he scored 100 points was a completely different era when it was the rules were different, how dominant was Wilt Chamberlain was. And so this 83 point is at a time when the 3 point shot has been pretty much has been the dominant has been dominant throughout the era. So throughout the Stephon Curry era, to be honest. So that put 83 points is definitely impressive. Is it impressive with Bryant? Probably not, in my opinion. I'm a Miami Heat fan, but it is staggering nevertheless in this day and age that it has happened pretty much. So we'll see what happens there. Um, English Premier League. As you know, I've been watching that for a little while, quite a bit. 7 point lead. I mean, they had a break, so there's going to be some pretty big games there. A 7 point lead right now over Man City. Let's see if they can maintain it. Like I said before last week, the interesting part is going to be from 15th to 18th seed. Somebody gets deregulated there, so again, the FIFA World Cup, as well related to soccer slash world football, is coming up pretty soon. So when I look at the matches next week, this coming up, the one game that Man United and Aston Villa, keep your eye on that game. Really and truly, I think that's the game of the match of the week there. And then Arsenal, Everton, West Ham, Man City, key games there. And then on the 20th and the 21st of March, I think Man City and Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Sunderland, a lot of good games. I say a lot of EPL, a lot of English Premier League coming up pretty soon. So get ready for that up until May. Then when I look at the NHL standings, it's basically the same, except Buffalo now takes the lead, and they won 8 games in the Eastern Conference. Watch out for the Sabres. Tampa Bay, Montreal's coming going along. Detroit has slipped a little bit. Panthers starting to go. Is it too late though? Hurricanes have the best record in the East. Penguins, Islanders are playing pretty well. Columbus, Philadelphia slip a little bit. Then I look at the West. Avalanche had the best record until it's Dallas, Minnesota, Utah. Then you got Anaheim. Edmonton has really gotten strong. Vegas, Seattle. I mean, Predators have improved quite a bit. Sharks have San Jose is the rear a little bit. That's going to in Pacific Division is going to be a very close race for that wild card for the playoffs. So we'll see what happens there. Then in the NBA, things are pretty much still the same. Detroit in the East. Then the Magic and the Heat are playing very good. Um, Orlando with 5, Game winning streak. Heat with 6. Raptors, 76ers, and Hawks are getting hot. They won 7. They're the hottest team right now with 7. So then in the West, and I'm looking at the West, the Thunder, no surprise. So it's San Antonio. They've done it all season. Mavericks have really dropped off. Houston, the Lakers, Nuggets, Timberwolves, Suns, Clippers, Warriors, Blazers. We'll see about the NBA standings for right now for this week. And then coming up, March Madness, the NCAA basketball tournament. Right now, I'm looking at this point. Houston, I think Duke is going to be overall number one seed. If I were to guess, I think Houston will be eventually the number one seed. I really do. No, no. Actually, wait a minute. Let me change that. Let me change that before I go crazy. I'm really thinking, in my opinion, the number one seed, in my opinion, is going to be Duke. I definitely believe that. Anybody Arizona, Arizona. I think Arizona might be the one. Michigan might be two. I think Arizona three, and it can be any team right now for 4. I'm thinking Iowa State might be 4, in my opinion. So we'll see. Like I said, the bracketology, we'll see on Monday, and then it starts Tuesday. So I'll make my pick Tuesday. But the number one that to me, I'm looking at CBS one right now. Florida. Florida might steal that seed. Florida might. I think Duke, Michigan, Florida's playing their best basketball. Arizona at the moment. There's the first 4 out. Are in New Mexico, Stanford. Stanford, when they lost to Pitt, I think they're done. Missouri, I think they might very well be in. SMU be in. VCU might play in the first 4. I think SMU and California might be in the first 4. So I'm not so sure about that. Like I say, there's a lot of conference tournament basketball coming up this weekend. We'll see what happens. Again, there'll be more next week because when the tournament starts and the first 4 comes in. So comes in. We'll see what happens there. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Wait. Now, World Baseball Classic. Very interesting baseball classic. USA losing was inconceivable. The rules. Come on, man. You knew the rules better than anybody than I would when it comes to baseball. I don't know what was he thinking. I don't know what was he thinking when it came down. It came to that. But they will play Canada as of this time. So Italy is useful. But right now, at least, is Italy the favorite now? I don't know. I really don't know. Don't know. Japan's still the favorite to me at the point for the World Baseball Classic. So, in my opinion, and I'm looking at these games right now. On the 13th, um, Canada, United States, U.S. should win. I don't know. Dominican Republic versus Korea. I'm going to pick Dominican Republic. Italy and Puerto Rico, and then Japan should win against Venezuela. Italy, that's that's a pick 'em. That's a pick 'em one, and then semifinals Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday for the championship. So we'll see what happens. Again, the Major League Baseball season is really not that far away. Really not that far away. Um, to be honest with you, so looking forward to that. Players Championship in the PGA Tour. I saw a great the Honor Parliament Invitational, but Bahata and The other guy, ooh, not Justin Thomas, but it will come to me. Won a playoff, and that was some great golf. Great golf there. Spare me if I don't know the other name, but that was some great PGA golf, and I don't expect any less from the Players Championship, which is considered the fifth major. We'll see from there. I we'll see from there with the Players Championship, especially that 17th green, greatest par three I've ever seen in my entire life, to be honest, that I've not seen personally yet, but I want to, to be honest. And it also goes to tell you the Masters is not that far away. Tennis, the Indian Wells tournament, and then eventually the Miami one coming pretty soon. It all will lead to the French Open eventually, to the major like the French Open. So we'll see what happens there. Now we talk about NFL. Who won these trades? Who lost these trades? I know who lost. It was Baltimore. The Max Crosby one is a mess, a complete mess. But Baltimore did get Trey Hendrickson, so um, you know it. Um, so they got something out of it, but they still lost because they had it to point B, Plan B instead of Plan A. To be honest with you, that the Max Crosby screen is a mess, though, really and truly, a total mess. And Max Crosby is at fault for just, it's not the injury, it's just the fact that he should have said something. To his agent should have said something about it. I don't know if this is a football anywhere from anyone, but I don't know yet. Raiders did win some in the free agency. See, Tennessee also did with Robert Saleh, the coach. He's a defensive guy. I think Tennessee won. Daniel Jones, no, but I do think Henderson is a good fit for Baltimore. Ravens still lost though. Daniel Jones, yeah, going to Indianapolis Raiders, and he's going to be. And if Crosby does get traded, it's going to be less, much less. So he priced himself out. Crosby pretty much priced himself out. So with the torn meniscus, he most certainly did. It's a mess. So, and they'll probably get two first round picks for him. So, Washington, yeah, I think they won theirs. The Chiefs won with Kenneth Walker, which I was kind of surprised he did go from Seattle. Seattle probably lost too. Packers, yeah. What I think about the Williams, Malik Willis going to the well, two wasn't surprising. He went to the Falcons. Malik Willis went to the Dolphins. I think they're rebuilding. If that's any indication from the Dolphin fan. Packers won because they got rid of some of these people, some of them. So we'll see what happens right here and there. But again, I have to, like I said, the the um the season starts this as a, when it, as of this record, the NFL season, the calendar year, it will start at 4 p.m. On 4 p.m. So for me, it's going to be very now they can sign, but we'll see what happens. Then the NFL draft as well, so we'll see what happens from there. And with that, I'm already ran out of things to talk about. So with that, that is the Shawn1113 podcast show, recorded March 12th, 2026. And with that, thank you so much for listening to this podcast, the Shawn1113 podcast show. Please stay encouraged no matter what. Live your life as normal as possible and question everything and anything. God bless you. Thank you.